Oof, boy, them Coach Prime haters loving this, boy. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Drop It Down with Mr. Dugai. Oof, man, not good, man. I'm going to talk about tonight's Pac-12 matchup as you have the Stanford Cardinal coming back from 21 nothing down at the half to stun the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime 46-43. Before I get into this video, man, for everyone, if you want to reach out to me, DM me, holler at me, or whatever, all that information down in the description box. So come holler at your boy, yo. Man, as somebody who is a LSU fan, of course, but a proud supporter of what Coach Prime got going on over there in Boulder. Seeing the whole movement, the celebrities and the bravado and all that good stuff. Those of us who want Colorado to be successful, as long as it's not affecting our favorite team. This a tough night, man. Like, this a tough night. Simply because when you lose to Oregon the way that they did without Travis Hunter, you lose to USC, but in the fact that they came all the way back and made it competitive without Travis Hunter, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. But tonight is bad, man. This Stanford team was not in. And look, shout out to them. Shout out to them and their coaching staff, man, to believe and to not give up. I mean, most teams are down 29 nothing at the half on the road. It's just like whatever. Let's just play this thing out and whatever. But man, those guys fought hard, man. And that receiver, Mayo, however you say his name, whew, that guy was the best player on the field tonight, man. And look, I love Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter not quite himself like a DB. He looked pretty good as a wide receiver, but as a DB, man, Mayo just really ate his lunch tonight, man. And look, it happens to the best of us, man. That guy looked legit. I mean, he got size, speed, you know, athleticism, physicality, you name it, he had it. Um, and like I said, he was the difference for Stanford in that second half. You know, but if you coach Prime, man, you can't lose this game, bro. Like, especially being up 29 nothing at halftime at home. It's a Friday night, man. The whole world watching. You can't lose this game at home, bro. Like, you can't. It can't happen. He gonna receive a lot of criticism this week. Now, look, me personally, as far as a supporter, I ain't going nowhere. I know most people ain't going nowhere, but there's a lot of people out here who can't stand Coach Prime. Let's just put it like that. Who feel like the bravado comes across as arrogance. And honestly, I think there's even more people out there that can't stand Shador because they feel like he's a spoiled, rotten child. As if it feels entitled. And and even for him, you can't throw that pick there at the end. Um, you got to just throw that thing through the back of the end zone or something. You can't just loft it up like that, in coverage and had a ball intercepted with the game on the line. Now, usually with the game on the line, he comes up big time, including last week against Arizona State. But there's something they're gonna have to learn from. There's something they're gonna have to lick their wounds and you know get up and keep it moving. Clearly, we all know that I had them at 8-4. Honestly, that's in jeopardy now. I had this as a win. Now for them to do it, they're gonna have to beat somebody that they're not expected to beat. But the thing is about it is that you know, they need they need trenches, man. They need people in the trenches. Um, Shadur is nice. The receivers are nice. The DBs didn't have a good game tonight, but I feel like they okay. I mean, when they got first and goal at like what the 2 or 3 yard line, they didn't have the physicality to run the ball in, on two straight possessions, and forced them to throw a pass, which ended up getting intercepted. You gotta You got to get some horses up front, man, to move people off the line and to create pressure on the quarterback, man. That's something that Coach Prime gonna have to dig deep this offseason and recruit ASAP. Like you either gotta recruit that, get that out the portal, you gotta get some horses on that offensive line immediately, expeditiously, you know, because they just soft up front, man. Shadur, but despite that pick at the end, Shadur played really well to me, man. He ran the ball a lot more than he did all year, to try to not take as many sacks. But of course, in the second half, the other sacks still came. But like I said, man, it ain't the end of the world, but it's gonna be, you gotta wear it for the next week, man, or whatever. I didn't see who they play next week or if they gotta buy. I'm gonna be honest with you. But they gotta wear this until the next game, man. It's gonna be a lot of people being critical, a lot of people coming down on them, a lot of people coming down on Shadura. But you just gotta stand strong in your message and understand that this happens. It happens to the best of us. Um, Unfortunate circumstances and us really coming short of expectations. Like I said, it happens. But to be honest, even in this situation, man, you got to tip your cap to Stanford because those young men never quit. They kept fighting. Uh, I thought it was over, and I'm sure most of you thought it was over. I'm sure some of them people in that locker room, stuff from Stanford, thought it was over. But those young men kept playing, man. And like I said, Adam Ayo looked every bit of a dominant wide receiver tonight, and they get the biggest comeback win in school history for Stanford. So shout out to them for that and for Coach Prime and Colorado Nation, the Coach Prime Movement Nation. It's gonna be a tough week or 2 weeks or whatever, but you know, it happens. We know you know what you got to do to get to improve. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I'm gonna have LSU, NCAA, and content on all my teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.